Good afternoon. It's good to have you here. And welcome to this webinar. And this is our first webinar in the Seller Creator series. And this is basically after the Seller Creator Summit. I made some promises at the Creator Summit that we're going to have some videos to educate you on how to make the most of your Seller account and your SendPulse account. And today we're going to be talking about welcome emails, right? Everything you need to know about welcome emails and how to take advantage of your seller account and your SendPulse account to get better results with welcome emails. All right, so let's get right into it. If you have questions and you want to ask questions, just drop them in the comments. We will answer your questions at the end of the entire thing. I may not be able to answer your questions on the webinar in order to keep our time within schedule, but yes, you will get a response in the chat section, maybe during the webinar or at the end of the webinar. So let's get right into it. Okay, so my name is Praise Hallie Johnson. If you are just joining us and if you don't know me, I am the regional head for SendPulse Africa. I basically provide the support you need to get better results with the SendPulse platform. And today we're going to be talking about how to make a great first impression with automated welcome emails that convert. Okay, so let's go into our agenda for today. So in this webinar, we're going to talk about the power of personalized welcome emails. We're going to talk about the benefits of welcome emails for digital creators and educators, crafting the compelling welcome emails, the role of automation in welcome emails. We'll look at some case studies and examples of welcome emails, and then we'll look at examples, welcome email examples that you can use, you can swipe. Then we'll look at best practices for welcome emails that work. All right. Before we go into it, a little introduction about SendPulse. So SendPulse is an all-in-one marketing and sales platform on a mission to empower African businesses and brands of all sizes to grow and stay connected with their audience. Right, so SendPulse has a comprehensive suite of marketing and growth tools. And the whole idea of all this is to just basically provide the support that businesses and creators and educators like you need to get better results from your marketing activities. If you just check out this website, sendpulse.com, you'll see the list of all the products that we have, that you have at your disposal. We are proud to provide tools to more than 2 million customers all over the world, regardless of the size, small creators, massive creators, and excessively successful creators as well. So some of the products, the tools you have access to is the free CRM. Yeah, so we have access to free CRM, transactional emails, email marketing, we're about to talk about today, chatbot, so you have access to WhatsApp chatbot, Facebook chatbot, Telegram chatbot, and all that. Just check out, and we also have the sales pipeline automation. So just check out sendpulse.com and get more information about all that. All right, so every time a new subscriber joins your email list, either from making a purchase on your website or from making a purchase on your seller page, all right? By virtue of that interaction, they've given you their email address, right? They have let you into a very private space, right? In my opinion, I think it's one of the most private or the most personal space on the internet, which is the email address, the email box. Now you might argue with me, how is the email so personal? Yes. Just think about it. Your email address is used for literally everything that has to do with you. Your bank account is open with your email address, all right? Everything about you is open with your email address. So once you're giving out that email address, you are basically giving people an address to your house. That's a very personal information. And the moment someone gives you that kind of data, right, I believe they've allowed you, they've welcomed you into their private space, into their personal space. So an email box is where you can have a one-on-one conversation with your subscribers. You can hear about their problems and the problems they hope they want to solve with the services or the content or the product you offer, and have a personalized experience with you. So it's a transaction, and they've gone to that point of trust to offer you, to give you something which is their email address, in exchange for that connection. So what happens once you have that access? Just like anything in life, you need to leave a great first impression. Welcome emails are for creating a solid first impression. So that's what we are going to talk about today. A well-crafted welcome email helps create the connection between your seller page and your planned future conversations or interactions with your subscriber. All right? And then convince them that they are in the right place. Convince them that they've made the right decision to interact with you. So let's take a look at it from a perspective like normal life. Imagine someone says, hey, they meet with you and then they invite you over to their house. All right? They've opened up to you. They've given you that access, and then you can take advantage of, now that you have access to their house, now that you have access to their personal space. The first impression that you show matters a lot to how much you can interact or how much benefit you can get from that relationship in the short term and also in the long term. So let's look at some important statistics that basically set the foundation of what we're going to talk about today. A few people have asked me, emails, why emails, or what is the big deal about emails? I just like showing them this number, all right? As at 2020, I think 2020, there are about 4.3 billion email users worldwide. So you have access to that reach. Anytime you run a Facebook ads, anytime you run a campaign and you ask people to, go to your seller page and you're offering a free ebook in exchange for email addresses, you have access to 4.3 billion users worldwide, right? So there's no limit to how much your customers you can access. And then you can connect to them 24/7 every day. And then the advantage of reduced effort, reduced time that comes with email, it's greatly it's a great advantage for you to have access to that kind of data. Now, one very important thing is the return on investment of emails. All right. So it is said that according to Data and Marketing Association (DMA) 2019 report, for every $1 you spend on email marketing, you are expected an average of 41 to 42% return on investment. So how does this happen? All right, you've run ads, right? You've done content on social media. You've driven traffic to your website. Once you drive traffic to your website, if you do not collect something in order to reach out to that traffic, you've wasted money. You've basically taken a dollar note or 1,000 naira and went to the fire and burnt it. That's what it means. So if you don't have a way to capture people's data in order for you to continuously market to them, you've basically wasted your marketing budget. So let's say you run Facebook ads. Where are they going to? Are they going to a website? Are they going to a landing page? Or are they going to your seller page? What is your expectation? Are they going to make a purchase or are they going to buy something? Either way, you have access to their email address. Something you should notice is that whenever someone makes a purchase on your seller page, all right, you automatically have access to their email address. You automatically have access to your email address. That's something you need to take note of. I will talk about how you can harness that and how you can use that to build your email list in a short while. We'll talk about that in a short while. Now, open emails. Welcome emails have a higher rate of open rate, about 82% more open rate, all right, than emails you send days after. Right, this is the very first email your audience will get from you. You can use this as an advantage, right? So never skip it. Never ever skip welcome emails. And the reason is that welcome emails has the highest open rate, meaning that you have the capacity, the highest opportunity to interact with your customers immediately they interact with you. Okay. And aside from just welcome emails, personalized welcome emails that has a 40% higher. So imagine you've done your own work, right, and you've sent a welcome email to customers, and you have an 82% open rate, right, higher open rate than an average email. Now imagine you now personalize that welcome emails. You've increased your chances a little bit more, all right? So take note of that. So what is the benefit? What is the benefit for you as a digital creator, as a seller, all right, or as a seller on seller? What is the benefit for you as a digital creator and as an educator? Number one, you become top of mind. People are in the right mind to remember you. So let's look at it this way. You find something on the internet, right? And you click on it. It's a seller page you're landing on, or a landing page. And then you enter your email address for whatever it is that has been offered. The moment you are doing that, you are conscious of the decision you are making, right? That is the best time for that brand to communicate to you. Immediately you've interacted with them, they need to send you a message immediately and say, we noticed that you've just collected, or you just joined our community, or you just joined our email list, or we just gotten our free ebook. Thank you for doing that. My name is so and so, and I want to introduce myself to you. Like, you are currently top of mind at that time. It's like walking into the supermarket, right? And you see someone walk by your shop on the supermarket, and then they stop by your shop, they saw that you are doing a giveaway, and they decide to respond to the giveaway. If you have a salesperson standing right there to interact with the customer, you are most likely going to get them to buy more, right? Rather than just walking past. Now, the same thing works for online interaction. The moment someone is interacting with your brand, either through a landing page, through social media, you are currently top of mind. To take advantage to milk the opportunity. Number two, nurture. You have the opportunity to nurture them. All right? So now users have come to a website. They've entered their email address. You're offering a free ebook. They've received the free ebook. You now have the opportunity to nurture them. All right? So users might not know you before. Maybe they stumbled upon your advert, or they might have known you before, and now they're interacting with you more differently than how they've interacted with you before, right? It may be their first time, or it may be that this is their continuous interaction. You now have the opportunity to connect with them on a level they haven't had the opportunity to before, right? So imagine that you send me an email immediately I interact with your brand, and welcome me and talk to me about a little thing I don't know. Introduce me to who you are, what you stand for, and all those things. Basically take things a little further. That is one of the advantages of welcome email. Loyalty. Emails takes your audience away from the noise of social media, right, to a personal space where you can get to connect with them like never before, right? So this is how another way you can build loyalty, aside from just nurturing them, sending them emails. The fact that email is a private space, the fact that email is a personal space, right? People can save your emails to read it later. The fact that it is something they're expecting, because once they receive a free ebook from you, or they join your newsletter or whatever, they're expecting something. And if I join a newsletter, imagine if you join a newsletter right now and you do not receive a welcome email. You don't have like a sense of confirmation. Did I get into the newsletter? Am I in? Am I supposed to receive an email? Whatever. It's become more like second nature. People expect a welcome email. And then what we are looking for, sales. It's guaranteed it will increase sales. At that point, you can decide to upsell or cross-sell. So let me give you an idea of how you can take advantage of upsell and cross-sell here. So we will talk about the experiment very soon. And the whole experiment is a free ebook, right? Now you offer a free ebook. People have seen this on the internet. They offer their email address to download the free ebook, right? Now that they've downloaded the free ebook, what happens next? You can send them an email to tell them, I have this community on Telegram, or this private, or this, whatever it is you want to offer, you offer it for a small price. So it's basically called, price graduate, like basically graduating them into something they can afford. And then eventually you're nurturing them to the point where they can make a purchase. So it's guaranteed it works. But we're not here to talk about the strategy of nurturing them through the welcome email. We're all here to talk about welcome email. So let's talk about how do you write a welcome email. Step one, you need to personalize the subject line, right? You don't have to call their name in the subject line. You just need to make sure that the subject line is relevant, right, to what they interacted with, or the content they interacted with, right? And then you need to personalize the greeting. Nobody likes to be called dear. Who are you? Are you my... I just met you. You're calling me dear. Just call them by their name. It means more than you might think. it actually does mean more than you might think. People like to be called their name. So if you have a newsletter form, don't just put email, put their name and email. So I make the name compulsory so that you can call them by their name when you are sending a welcome email. Number 2, warm greetings and introduction. So it's basically going to be, thank you for joining our community, or thank you for downloading the free ebook. I'm happy to have you here. Basically, you need to have a very warm greeting. And number 3, why are they receiving this email? You need to be explicit. You might like, they know, even though, remind them. All right? Remind them, oh, you're receiving this email, or thank you for downloading the free ebook, or you need to reference how they got there. All right? Number 3, relevant content tailored to the recipient's interest and purchase. So this is where you have that freedom to now write some relevant content based on what how they got into your mailing list, either if they bought something, or either they filled out your newsletter form, or anything like that. Then you can decide to go on ahead and ask a question, right? So it's optional. You can go ahead and ask a question. And the whole idea of asking a question is to find a way to tailor down the experience, all right? So you can decide to have some sort of segmentation that basically segments customers' responses based on how your brand and your strategy is put together, right? So you can say something like, I would love to know why you subscribed, or I'd love to know how you found out about your brand, or whatever. Then you need to introduce intro on how to expect, or what to expect, or what is coming in the next email. So if it's just a newsletter, right, email, you need to educate them and let them know that, oh, I will slide into your DMs from time to time to educate you about ABC, or I will do this, I will do that. So basically, you need to let them know what to expect, right? So that means if you're going to send them emails by 9 p.m. every Wednesday, specify that by 9 p.m. every Wednesday, you're going to receive emails from me. Or from time to time, you'll receive emails from me. We'll soon look at some examples. Then it's very important to have a clear call to action. Don't just write and be carried away. Have a clear call to action. All right. And the whole idea of the call to action is for you to guide further engagement, make a purchase, or whatever it is you want to do based on your strategy. But the most important thing is to guide further engagement. If you don't want them to make a purchase on their first email, just decide to guide further engagement. Maybe you want them to do something on LinkedIn, or you want them to do something on Instagram, or do something on Twitter, or you want them to reply an email. Whatever it is you want them to do, have it clear that this is the next thing I want you to do. And then you need to have maybe it's an optional thing. Ask them to whitelist you, ask them to save your contact, whatever they need to do in order for them to receive your email without any issues. And then don't forget to add your social media links or website links in the email. So let us go ahead and look at some examples. Let's pause here and look at some examples. Now look at 2 examples. So the first example is from Trisha Biz. If you go to Trisha Biz's website and you scroll all the way to the bottom and you fill out the form, it's a newsletter form. Once you fill out the newsletter form, almost instantly you receive this email. So let's take a look at the email and look at what we can learn from it. So it starts with, hello praise, it's Trisha Biz, right? I am thrilled to have you here and super pumped that you like to hear more from me. Guess what? I can't wait to share from you. So this is the first step, right? I have a personalized message. She called me by my name. I entered my name actually, but she called me by my name. She didn't say something like hello there. All right. Number 2, it's a warm greeting, and she sounded exactly like Trisha Biz, right? Even though she might have written this email years ago, but if you've watched any of Trisha Biz's videos, this is how she talks. Now she calls me again by my name. Praise, your inbox is about to get a whole lot more inspiring. So look forward to my weekly emails. It goes out every Tuesday by 10 a.m. West African time. So you can see the strategy here. Very, very straight to the point and concise. The next thing she did here is a clear intro on what to expect. So as I mentioned earlier, let people know what to expect. Now she decided to go a little more specific. Weekly emails every Tuesday, 10 a.m. West African time. Number 3, Every week, I'll be sliding into your inbox to share some exclusive business growth content, and I don't share on my Instagram. So she's added some value, right? So relevant content tailored to recipients' interest and purchase, right? That's what I came there for. So she went ahead to explain what to expect, right? Your emails you actually want to read each week and all that. Basically, adding more value. Speaking of exclusive offers, you can check out, this is our first call to action, Ichoke bundle. Now, this Ichoke bundle is a bundle that you can buy. It's not that expensive. A product I created for business owners who are looking to increase their sales online. So this is our first call to action. She did not mess around. She did not waste your time. Then she went on and said, also, if you need program, and basically, she's going ahead to have a call to action, right? And she's laying those calls to action out. Once again, thank you for being part of my community, your favorite business coach. Oh, you scroll to basically, this is a fun way to basically know that people have done that. Click here for a little bit more to Trisha Bridge. You'll get ideas of what we're all about. So this is now what we'll talk about, social links and links for more information. Now, there are many creative ways to do that aside from having this kind of email. Let's look at another example, and this example is from Blessing Abeng. So Blessing Abeng, as a brand master herself, she went a little further and designed an email. Now, there's one thing that Trisha Biz did not do that I think you need to learn to do, right? Is to make sure that you had some level of brand experience to your email, right? And that's one thing that Blessing Abeg has done. She's a brand, and her picture is there. Anyone could write this if it's not Trisha Biz. So maybe a picture of herself or something in the email will have helped a lot. That's one thing you can take note from this comparison. So where Blessing Abeng has a picture, and she also personalized the email, hello praise. As you can see, it's not hello there, it's not hello ma sa, it's hello praise. That is how they start doing it. So it's so wonderful to have you here. My name is Trisha Breeze, introducing herself. All right, my name is Blessing Abeng. I'm super glad you took the junior step to receive letters from me. And she went further. One thing you realize is that your experience, your journey in this tribe, blah, blah, blah. She's not taking an action, telling you what to do. Write down one thing you would like to achieve by joining this tribe. One goal, and feel free to share it with me. You could see the creative way she has gone to do this step, which is ask a question and be honest about wanting to know. Right? So she has gone that and asked a question. Right, she's going to have a first call to action. And her first call to action is for me to announce myself by commenting here. Right, with fun facts about yourself. Now, the whole point of this email is to learn more about me, to tailor the engagement for me. Right? And then she's going to head with a second call to action, which is a book, right, on self-discovery. All right, now, let's just skip down to this section. Have a fun time in this community. As part of my welcome gift to you, I want to get to know you. And so far, the next 14 days, I will send you emails. As you can see, the same thing she did, which includes on this step, which is intro on what to expect or what is coming in the next email. All right, and you see how she has done it very cleverly. She said for the next 14 days. So now I have, for the next 14 days, I will receive emails at 9 a.m. West African time. All right, the emails will not be deep, but they will have a lesson, so I know what to expect. And then she has gone on to close the email, right, and then repeat a call to action. And then she has the call to action written there here. The difference now here is that a little more branding. She's able to add all her links and social media links right here using icons and all that, which is a very beautiful way to do it. So now that we've gone through the examples, let's talk a little bit about important notes. Now we're going to go into practical, all right? So calm down. We'll go into practical. We'll show you how to do all that. So let's talk about the important notes. This is a very important thing you need to know. Number one, personalization. I cannot stress this enough. You need to personalize. Please, no matter how you are collecting data, either through your seller page or your landing page or subscription form, whatever, make sure you collect people's name. all right, so that you can personalize. It greatly improves your open rate, it greatly improves your engagement rate. Ensure brand optimization. That's another important thing. You need to ensure brand optimization. Now, email attacks, phishing, and all that is a serious problem. You need people to know that it is you and it's only you, right? You can see an example from Blessing Abeng. Our emails are consistent with our brand. So you need to ensure brand optimization. Be sure to include your logo. If you don't have a logo, you could be your logo. Put a picture to it, so that you can improve brand recognition. And number 3, write to a human. Make sure you're writing to a human being, all right? Make it come from a person. Be personal about it. And very importantly, I know we all have Gmail addresses. Don't use your Gmail, right? If most people just use their name. So, for example, go and buy a domain name with your name. All right? If your name is Folorunsho Alakija, just write folorunshoalakija.com. Buy a domain name with your name, and so that you can get an email address with your name and use that to send email campaigns. Don't use your Gmail address. All right? Be serious. Don't use your Gmail address. Follow the stars like Trisha Bees and Blessing Abeng. You will never receive an email from them with their Gmail. All right. So let's talk about automation. So now we've gone all this, we've written the email. How do I make sure that people receive email immediately they sign up? Immediately they come to my seller page and buy something. How do I do that? Very important question. Automate it. Don't bother about that. Just automate it once and leave it. So automation basically streamlines customer onboarding process. So you can actually go to the process of onboarding the customers from welcome to a continuous sequence. All right. If you want me to show you how to create a customer onboarding sequence from the welcome message for for example, what Blessing Abeng did, a 14-day series, I just put it in the comment section. I will consider that as well. Automation basically can lead to a 320% increase in revenue per email compared to a non-automated email, right? And this is one of the reasons. Mistakes. If you have to repeat yourself over and over and over and over again, you expect that maybe you'll be better. No, but for a situation like this where you are busy, you are bound to make mistakes, right? So if the system is repetition, find a way to automate it so that you don't make mistakes. Number 2, human error. So whenever you have to repeat certain things, apart from the fact that sometimes you may forget to send an email at the right time, you may forget whatever, you may just have make some human errors one here and there. So yes, emails that are automated perform better than emails that are not automated. So regardless of the time and the weather, your automation will always be sent out at the perfect time. All right? So you just have to sit back, relax, and let it work for you. So regardless of the automation, remember to balance automation with authenticity, right? Use names, right? Send it at the right time. And when I mean the right time, the moment people interact with you, let them receive the email. Human error is, for example, I come to your website and I fill a form and you promise me a free ebook, and then you are trying to compile my list to send me the free ebook tomorrow. I'm in this time and in this day and age, come on. I expect the free book instantly, all right? So you need to start sending automated welcome emails. Your pocket will thank you. Your pocket will thank you. So let's take a pause here and let's go into some practicals and let me show you how it's done. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to log into my seller account. I have a seller account. And this seller account is purposely for this experiment, all right? And this seller account is for a character that I created. And the character is called, character is called Amina Adekunle, right? So Amina Adekunle is a sales and marketing coach, right? And some of the things we've done to brand Amina Adekunle, right, is having a seller account. Now, Amina has a book called Win-Win Strategy. Our sales marketing strategy is simple. Amina is going to be running Facebook and Instagram ads, offering people this free ebook. Is free, it's not paid. You can find something else. You need a lead magnet, right? So this is basically what we're deviating into an advanced marketing class. you need a lead magnet. It doesn't matter if it's a free ebook, if it's a free consultation session, whatever it is, you need to be able to offer someone something in order for them to run at you and offer you their email address. Okay? You can create a free ebook for little to nothing. Okay? You can look at, like, for example, some people don't even use ebooks. Some people use checklists. For example, I saw one on Stella a while ago, Facebook ads checklist. I think it's called high performing Facebook ad, just like a checklist of the things you need to do to have a high performing Facebook ad. I think I downloaded it and I was told to do some things and then sign up here, sign up. Basically, the whole idea is to offer someone something for free in order for them to be more engaging with you, and then you can upsell, right? So when you offer them something for free, you can get their email address, and then you can go through the process of nurturing them and upselling them. So why don't I use a landing page or anything? So the whole idea is to make this process as simple as possible, right? You don't need to learn many other platforms. You don't need to pay for anything. You are using the free services available to you. So the first free service is to go to seller.co, seller.co, and create an account. And once you create an account, if you have a lead magnet, create a product and make that product free. Right, so check the seller page for how to do that. So here we have this book called The Win-Win Strategy, and it's just a demo book. And the whole idea here is that how we drive traffic to this page, from my Facebook adverts, from Instagram adverts to this page. People will come to this page, they read the description, and if they like the idea, they buy this, they get this free ebook, and it's free. Now, Seller has an option for you to choose if you want to pay them any amount or anything. But for the purpose of this example, it's not free. So once you come to the free book session, you can see it's zero. There's no price to it. If you go to the checkout, Seller has done this work for you. They will enter their email, their name and their email address, and they will even enter their phone number, which is an optional thing. And they will continue. The moment this has happened, you already have their email address and possibly their phone number. As you can see, you don't need to design any landing page. You don't need to do anything. Just use the seller page and create something like this. All right? All right. So what happens now? How do I get their email address? And how do I use it to send them a welcome message? The next thing you want to do is to come to your SendPulse, to create a SendPulse account by just going to sendpulse.com, and then you create a SendPulse account for free. You don't need to pay a dime, no credit card required. Once you create an account on SendPulse, the first thing you want to do is to create a mailing list or a contact list. In this mailing list, I already have one called Seller Sales. And these are basically all the sales that come from Seller. Let me just delete it so we can create it again so you see how it's done. Okay, it's used in the broadcast. So let's just create a new one. So just call this Seller Sales 1, right? All right, so we've created this email list called Seller Sales. Done. The next thing we want to do is connect our SendPulse account with our seller account. And to do that, we come to your seller account. You click on the menu, you come to integrations, and then you click on SendPulse. As you can see, I've already connected my account to SendPulse, but for the purpose of this I will disconnect so we can redo it again. All right, so reconnect SendPulse account. So we need SendPulse API key and SendPulse secret. How do you get that? You go to your SendPulse account, you click on your icon right here, all right, and you click on account settings. Now there are a few things you need to do to set up your SendPulse account, and there are things you need to do to set up your seller account. For example, you need to enter your bank account information and your seller account. On SendPulse, you need to enter your email address and all those relevant information, but you can learn that when you sign up. Once you sign up on your SendPulse account, you receive emails from me, and the email basically guide you on what to do. So basically, you click on ID, copy, you come back to seller here, you enter the ID, which is the API key. So under API secrets, you come back to your account settings, Under secret, you click on copy, come back here, and you enter it. Then you click on yes, continue. That's all you need to do. Your SendPulse account is now connected to your seller account. Beautifully done. The next thing we want to do now is to select the mailing list. So here is the mailing list where all the customer that buy on your seller account goes to your SendPulse account. All right. So here we just created a new account mailing list called Seller Sales 1. So let's just search it. Seller. So we have Seller Sales. As you can see down here, Seller Sales 1. Right. So we click on Update List. Let's go back to the mailing list and let's look for Seller Sales 1. And there you have it. It's connected. So we can decide to assign tags. For example, we have name. We can update tag. And tags, it's important to know, tags are variables on SendPulse. So let's take a look at the difference. This is a tag. You can see it here as name. Name, which is a variable on SendPulse, is a tag on seller. There's a full video about this coming up soon. So just look out for that. So now we have the account connected. That's all you need to do at this point, right? For the connection. So what happens next? How do I create the email and how do I send the email? Right? How do I create the email? How do I send the email? So I've gone ahead to create a persona for Amina and to create a brand for Amina. And if you take a look at this email, for example, I used Canva to create this banner. Let's just go into it and take a look at it. Scroll, edit. Right, so this banner here is a picture, right, that I created using Canva. I just found a template on Canva, created this banner, win-win strategy. So the whole idea here is that the moment people come to my seller page, right, from my Facebook ads to get this free ebook, and the moment they purchase this free ebook, right, they will receive this email called the win-win strategy. Where is it? Win-win strategy. So this email, right, is already designed for the welcome email, and it's a template. So you can take a look at the template and you can copy it. Right. So it's welcome. I am Amina Adekule, your sales and marketing insight coach and consultant. I'm absolutely thrilled to welcome you to our vibrant community of growth-oriented minds. And then we went ahead to talk about the things to expect, insights galore, fresh ideas, guided learning, interactive community, personalized insight. I went on to talk about, let's kick off this engagement. I encourage you to start exploring our catalog right away. Begin by checking out our resources. Basically, here will be a link, and here will be another link, right? And then we went ahead to say, stay connected and follow us here and here and here. And now we have links right here. SendPulse will set this for you by default. So don't edit anything you see here. Just go ahead and edit your social media link right here. Enter your Facebook here. If you don't have Facebook, let's just see if I want to use Instagram instead. Yeah. So if you want to use Instagram, you can use Instagram instead. Then we have Twitter, whatever. Oh, I just already Instagram here. Or Telegram and YouTube. So you can change the design how you choose, how you want. Oh, my internet is slow. Yeah, so you can change design how you want. If you need this template or you want me to send it to you so you can use it for your own purpose, just drop me an email and I will send it to you. You will see my email at the end of this session, right? So you can reach out to me and I can send you the template. Okay, my internet is back. Okay. All right. So I was saying earlier, if you need this template, just hit me up. I will drop my email at the end of the session, so you can send me an email and I can send you the template. All right. So here's our template we want to use. So let's go ahead and automate it. Let me just save and exit, and let's just go ahead and edit it, automate the whole process. Now it's important to note that I've created other emails, because all these emails you see here is because I'm creating another, a video or another webinar where we'll talk about series, creating email series, where after the first welcome emails, then we can automate emails that will follow and follow, just like Blessing Abeg here mentioned. So basically trying to implement what Blessing Abeg has done as well. If you want to see that, drop a comment in the comment section or send me an email that you want to see that, and I will basically, become more serious about finishing that or making it a content or making it into a webinar. All right, just take a little peek into it. So here is all the video. You can see there is consistency with Amina's brand. There's consistency with face everywhere and a color everywhere. This is not Amina. Basically, it's a random picture I found on the internet. It's a stock image, so it's not anybody. All right, so let's get into automating this process. So SendPulse automation is free also. All right, so if you're just starting out, you can use the free automation to actually automate your welcome emails. So, all right, this is the automation we did last time for birthday automations. Let's create a new one. So SendPulse have these two options where you can use the constructor or template. Let's take a look at what template has. Templates are basically pre-designed automations that you can choose from. So we have the registration subscription. It's basically a template that welcomes email series. All right, so this is a welcome email series, and it basically after people sign up on your website or subscribe from the mailing list, the task is to introduce the subscriber to your educational project. So yeah, this does more than just a welcome email. All right, so we'll talk about this maybe in the next webinar or in next video series. We want to just send them a welcome email, just one welcome email. So you can take a look at all this on your SendPulse account. If you want to use any of the templates here, just click on use template. Okay. But for the purpose of education, let's go ahead and create a template from scratch using the constructor. Sorry, an automation from scratch using the constructor. Now, it's important to note that we've already created a template, right? Which is what we just have here, all right? There is a video on how to do that. We'll not have time to go into that now. If you sign up on SendPulse, I will also send you an email on how to do that, or you can check our YouTube channel on how to create a template. All right, so there's no need to go about talking about this. So let's go ahead and automate the whole process. So I'll just call this welcome automation. And as you can see, Amina is not using a Gmail address. So she has the Gmail address here, but she's using our own email address, amina@domainname.com.ng. Now, if you can afford a .com, get a .com.ng, it's cheaper, or just Google online for cheaper domains. And then a sender name is Amina from a company name. We can call this Amina. Let's write Amina. Amina, the coach. This is Amina from. Let's just keep it that way. Unsubscribe page, just leave it as the default and then move ahead and apply. So what happens? What do you want to set up? All right, let's look at the process again. When a customer comes to your landing page or your seller page and purchases this free ebook, they will need to provide their email, their name and their email address, and then go ahead and continue. When this happens, what happens next? Seller will automatically connect the contact information of the person that just purchased that book and connect it to your SendPulse account that you've just connected. The moment this contact information comes through SendPulse and goes into your Seller Sales One mailing list, we can now send that customer a welcome message. And the welcome message will be this one, titled 00 welcome. And that's what we're going to do now here. Flow starts when a new subscriber has been added to the mailing list, Seller Sales One. Apply. Okay, elements, you have elements right here. So let's go ahead. Once they're added right here, we want to send them a welcome email right away. So the welcome email will say something like, welcome to the family, something like that. It sounds so cheesy, but let's just use it. Now let's call the person's name. We click on this curly brace and we see the variables or the tags we can use. So we just use name. Okay, let's go ahead and pick the template. So we have the option to pick your template. And this template, I save it in a folder. I just click there. And this is the template we want to select. Just click on select. You can decide to edit the template or just go ahead and select. Click on select. Just wait for it to apply. Oh, great. So there we have it. So you can see the complete action, which is the time to complete sending the email. We don't want to wait for 30 minutes. We want this to happen right away. So just click on right away and save. And then we click on apply. And there you have it. The welcome message automation is set. So we go ahead and click on save. So once you click on save, you have to go ahead and start it. It will take about 5 minutes or so to start because your emails will go through SendPulse moderation process. The whole idea of the moderation process is to make sure that the email adheres to privacy laws and all that, and it's not a dangerous email. That means you're not, trying to send malicious emails and stuff like that. But once that is done, you'll be able to send your email. It takes about 5 minutes. But in my case, it will be instant because I've gone ahead to create the template before I created the automation. So now that we have that set up, that's all we need to do. That is all we need to do, and the emails will send immediately. Someone comes to our seller page and then click on get now and make this purchase. The email will be sent automatically. I don't have access to this email address on this system. I could have shown you the result, but go ahead and try it yourself. You will receive the email automatically. If you need the template, you can hit me up and I will send you the templates, and then you can go ahead and test it yourself. So let's go back to the slide and let's conclude on this. So let's talk about best practices. Let's talk about best practices. Number one, you need to ensure compliance. All right, so email automations, email marketing in the sense of it are guided by policies and laws. So you need to ensure compliance with email marketing regulations like the GDPR policy, the Can't Spam Act, the CASL law, PCR, NDPLC, POPIA. So you can read about them. The whole law is simple. Number one, make sure that you're writing to people that request to be written to. And how does that happen? Just use a seller page, just I've shown you, right? When they make a purchase here, they receive an email. You're not going against the law. Make sure the content of your email is as we've discussed, right? The subject line is relevant, the body is relevant, and then you will not have any issue. Number two, ensure that you collect email addresses and personal data legally. If you use a landing page, run how to use a landing page, there's no problem. You are legally collecting data. And we mentioned earlier that even if you know why they sign up on your newsletter, make sure you can mention it again. Just like Trisha Biz did, and just like Trisha Biz did here, and Blessing Abeg did here as well. You see, you can learn from them. You need to respect customers' privacy while you are delivering personalized experience. We've all heard about people that their Instagram account got banned, and it's because they don't respect privacy. You need to know that the content you post to people, even if you are an aggressive mark, buy my product, you know they are talking to a human being. So respect some privacy, gives people some space. At the same time, try to sell like you will sell to yourself. Avoid spam at all costs. If you promise to send emails once a day, let's learn from Blessing Abeng again. She said, yeah, for the next 14 days, I will send you emails at 9 p.m. West African time. She's not going to spam you. You're not going to receive emails from Blessing Abeng 5 times a day. She has told you the time you receive emails, and that's the time you receive emails. Anytime outside of that, right, could be an update or whatever, but you know when to expect emails. Let's look at Trisha Biz again. Trisha Biz says every Tuesday at 10 a.m. West African time, you could see that they are adhering to certain things, respecting your privacy and not bombarding you with their messages. Always keep an eye on your statistics, especially your error statistics and your unsubscribe rate. Error statistics can show that customers are lying to you. Maybe they are coming here thinking they can get a free ebook for free and enter a fake email address. That shows you that there's something wrong with you, with your messaging, there's something wrong with your marketing. You need to make some changes so that people can trust you more to give you their real email address. If your unsubscribe rate is going up, it simply means that people are opting out. You've called a party, they've come to the party, but they don't want to stay again. Something is wrong somewhere, right? Check the content of your email, check the interactions with your email, and ensure that you yourself would like to receive your own emails, and then you can see your unsubscribe rates will go down. Then a little advanced thing is to set up DKIM and SPF records. And the whole idea of this is to vouch for your emails and reduce the chances of your emails being treated as spam. All right, so there's another, you can check out our YouTube channel or our website to learn more about that. All right, we are coming to the end of this. My promise was to keep this under 45 minutes, and I think we're a little bit above that, so we will keep it under 1 hour. So let's do a quick recap. Welcome email automation is a great way to show your customers that you care about them. It's a no-brainer. Personalized welcome emails are more likely to be opened and read. It's proven. Welcome email automation. Let's talk about personalized email one more time. You know, if you receive an email from someone that knows your name, you just know that this guy knows my name, you know. But if you receive an email from someone that says, to whom it concern, hey, don't concern me. All right, welcome email automation can help you increase customer engagement and loyalty. It's proven, it works. Welcome email are to be sent under 30 minutes of getting an email address. The moment any customer enter your email list, under 30 minutes. In 30 minutes is too long. Instant. Let them know that like you are set up properly. You have systems and processes in place. The best way to write a welcome email depends on your audience and your brand. Now, regardless of whatever things you read on the internet, know your customer like you know yourself. Like, who are these people? Let's look at Blessing Abeng again. Blessing Abeng is telling you that you received this email by 9 p.m. 9 p.m. is in the night, though. So she knows that you will read it in the night. Meanwhile, Trisha Biz is telling you, I will send email on Tuesday by 10 in the morning. So know your customer, right? Know your audience, the people you are creating content for. Know them. Would they be willing to receive emails at 10 in the night? But whenever Blessing Abeng sends email, I'll read it. It's 10 in the night. I read the 14 emails that she sent every single day for 14 days. It was fun to read. 10 in the night, she knows that maybe she's coming back from work or somewhere. Know your audience and make sure you send relevant content at the time you think they would want to open it. But apart from timing, also the way you write in your voice. I've seen a lot of people creating emails with ChatGPT, and then I read your email, I watch your YouTube video, I read your email, I watch your Instagram video. This is not the same person. Don't copy paste. still build a brand, right? Write like yourself. So there are number of best practices for welcome email automation. We've talked about them, which include ensure compliance, ensure you collect email legally, respect privacy, avoid spam, always keep an eye on statistics. So we will not have time for question and answers. If you drop them in the comment section, I will reply them in the comment section, and yeah, I'll reply them in the comment section. So for those who need the template or who need help setting up the automation, hit me up, praise@sendpulse.com. I may not reply you directly. Someone from the team might reply you, or I might reply you directly, but you will get the same results. And follow us on all social media, SendPulse Africa. All right, just write everything at once, SendPulse Africa. Go ahead and try the SendPulse product. It's free to start. You have access to customer relationship management system, CRM. You have access to sales automation tools. You have access to email automation tools. And the great thing for a creator like you have access to connect your SendPulse account to your seller account and make sales and make it rain. Till next time, my name is Praise, and cheers to your growth.